Hi everyone, welcome back to Fluent Futures. I'm Emma, and today I'm joined by my co-host Jake.
Hey, everyone, it's great to be here. Today, we're diving into one of the most essential yet overlooked aspects of learning English: consistent practice.
Absolutely. Practice isn't just a tool, it's the foundation of language learning. Whether you're a beginner or advanced, regular practice is what takes you to the next level.
Let's start with why practice is so important. Emma, what do you think is the biggest benefit of consistent practice?
I'd say it builds muscle memory. The more you use English, the more natural it feels. For example, when you practice speaking regularly, words and phrases come to you more easily.
Definitely. Practice also helps you retain what you've learned. It's one thing to study vocabulary or grammar, but using it in real-life situations is what makes it stick.
And let's not forget confidence. The more you practice, the more comfortable you become, which reduces hesitation and fear.
So, how can learners incorporate practice into their daily lives? Let's break it down into different types.
Sure, first, there's active practice, like speaking or writing. For example, you could practice writing a journal in English every day or have short conversations with a language partner.
Then there's passive practice, like listening or reading. Listening to podcasts, watching English movies, or reading articles are great ways to expose yourself to the language.
Exactly. And then there's structured practice, like following a lesson plan or using apps like Duolingo or Memrise. This type of practice is excellent for building specific skills.
But let's not underestimate unstructured practice, things like thinking in English or describing what you're doing in real time.
Now, let's talk about barriers. One common issue is finding time. Jake, what's your advice for busy learners?
Keep it short but consistent. Even 10 to 15 minutes a day can make a difference. For example, you can review flashcards during your commute or listen to an English podcast while cooking.
That's a great tip. Another barrier is fear of making mistakes, especially when speaking. What would you say to someone dealing with this?
Mistakes are part of the process. Think of them as stepping stones to improvement. Instead of avoiding practice, embrace it as a chance to learn.
I love that. And what about people who feel stuck because they don't have anyone to practice with?
Good question. Technology is your friend here. Join online language exchange platforms, participate in forums, or even use AI chatbots designed for language learning.
Let's make this fun. What are some creative ways to practice that go beyond the usual methods?
How about singing? Karaoke in English is not only fun but also helps with pronunciation and rhythm.
I love that idea. Another one is storytelling. Try narrating your day as if you're telling a story in English. It's a great way to practice forming sentences.
Role-playing can also be helpful. Pretend you're in a specific situation, like ordering at a restaurant or asking for directions.
And don't forget gamification. Play word games like Scrabble or do online quizzes that test your grammar and vocabulary.
Let's zoom out for a moment. What do you think is the long-term impact of consistent practice, Emma?
Honestly, it's life-changing. Over time, you'll notice not just fluency but also the ability to think in English. It opens up new opportunities, whether in your career, education, or personal life.
Exactly. And it's not just about fluency, it's about building a relationship with the language. The more you practice, the more connected you feel to English.
And that connection makes the learning journey so much more enjoyable. One last thing, how do you stay motivated to practice, especially on days when you don't feel like it?
Set small, achievable goals. For example, learn 5 new words today or watch 1 episode of your favorite English series.
That's a great idea. I'd also say, reward yourself. Celebrate the little wins, like completing a week of consistent practice or mastering a tricky grammar point.
And remember, your motivation doesn't always have to come from within. Surround yourself with inspiring content, like success stories of other English learners.
To wrap up, practice isn't just a task, it's a habit. The more you make English a part of your daily life, the more progress you'll see.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to try new methods and experiment with what works best for you.
Thanks for joining us on Fluent Futures. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like, comment, and share it with someone who might find it helpful.
And tell us in the comments what's your favorite way to practice English.
Until next time, keep practicing and stay inspired. Bye for now.
Bye.